Everybody hear me? No, still not?
Bring it on. I'm not lying. Bring it out, Colin.
Okay.
They're lying.
There's some people you can trust, others not so much. It's pretty tough going after a variety show. I mean, just looking at my son's eyeballs bulging out of his head, I know he's not going to have half the interest in what I'm going to have to say. But I'll do my best. First off, I'd like to thank Sheila's grandparents for opening up their beautiful home for this wonderful occasion.
Yay!
And for the parents of the bride and groom for doing everything they did to make this day possible. I'm humbled and honored to be here today, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm today's best brother. I've known David for quite a while. We met in the 80s. And at that time, my parents were desperately hoping for a girl. And quite honestly, look at my pink tie, belt, and shoelaces. We kind of came close to that. No, just kidding. But I knew very quickly, after quickly meeting my brother, that he was going to take his role as a menacing little brother very seriously. There was one time when we were both young, and I was cool enough to invite some of the really neat neighborhood kids over to see my baseball card collection. And David, knowing that was going to be a big moment for me, burst into my room wearing nothing but tighty-whities, a metal strainer on his head, and a wooden spoon. In that fleeting moment, I realized I immediately went from a hero to zero. David's antics didn't stop there. In high school, he jumped right into the rave scene. And in what I thought was just an effort to embarrass me, he became a poster child for the rave movement. He grew his hair long, had a foot-long pink and purple mohawk. Hey, buddy. He had a necklace with a pacifier on it, and bracelets that clung to his wrists. Just as the rave scene died, so did it seem David did. And then let's enter the Gothic period, where David did his, once again, trying to be a front runner, did his best Marilyn Manson impression, had makeup on his face, dark clothes, studs all over the place, chains, you name it. At that time, I actually moved to California while David was in his dark but colorful period. I was a humble boy, Idaho boy, trying to get in the more aggressive California dating scene, and I felt I needed to improve my skill set, so I bought a book on how to attract women. Well, at that time, I came across an approach called peacocking. Peacocking is a term to describe the act of wearing bright, flashy, attention-getting clothing. The theory behind peacocking is that the more attention one can draw, the easier it will be to grab the attention of women and ultimately attract them. It is also said the act of wearing such outrageous accessories and pieces creates the perception of confidence and comfort, which most women will find attractive. I immediately had an epiphany after reading that passage. My menacing little brother was actually a peacocking genius. His lifelong efforts were not focused on ruining my life, but rather maximizing his appeal to women. The beautiful bride sitting next to him today is all the evidence you'll need of his peacocking abilities. There are many adjectives to describe Sheila. She's beautiful, charismatic, fun, energetic, and a million more. Sheila and David have a beautiful relationship that you can see in their thousands of loving moments shared every day. They draw the best out of each other and radiate collective happiness. But the one thing I sincerely mostly appreciate about Sheila is her ability to draw the best out of my brother. Now that the early years are behind us, the one thing I really want in life is to have a deeper and more profound relationship with my brother. And Sheila, after coming into our lives, has done just that. She's taken my little brother and turned him into one of my best friends. David, please place your hands over Sheila's. Gaze into her eyes. Gaze into her eyes and appreciate this moment. because it will be the last time you ever have the upper hand. Cheers to Mr. and Mrs. Glenn.